You Only Live Twice is an extraordinary comic book escapade. If Goldfinger had the smooth vibe going on, this one kind of grabs that energy and jets off to Japan. The cinematography is stunning and those locations are jaw-dropping. The pacing is like a sprinter on caffeine. The story is eventful and the script suitably exotic. And that climax in the secret base is explosive and forever etched into Bond history. Little Nellie is every Bond fan's dream ride. Connery's still rocking the suave and charismatic Bond we all know and love, no doubt about it. And let's take a minute to talk about Donald Pleasance's Blofeld. That guy is a top-tier screen villain even if he's mostly lurking in the shadows. Now here's the twist, they pretty much tossed Ian Fleming's original story out the window. They learned from the slower moments of Thunderball and decided nope, we are not dealing with any boredom here. Instead we've got a space-age actioner written by Roald Dahl and directed by Lewis Gilbert, who's a solid fit for Bond's world. Let's take a moment to appreciate Ken Adams' sets. That volcano set is legendary and those Japanese settings are a real touch of authenticity. The man deserves an Oscar just for this movie alone. But here's the thing, Sean Connery feels a bit off this time. It's a bummer because You Only Live Twice is an impressive Bond flick with top-notch sets, action sequences, and acting overall. It's not the absolute best, but gosh, it's entertaining. This movie is pure, simple, silly fun. The story's wild, sometimes too unbelievable, but that's precisely what makes it a blast to watch. The action sequences are over the top but thrilling. And Japan as the backdrop is a stroke of genius. John Barry's score and Freddie Young's cinematography are absolute winners. Personally, I could watch this flick on repeat. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and that ending is unforgettable. It's one of my top Bond picks for sure. But it's not all roses. Some folks think it's a bit of a letdown. The plot can be nonsensical, especially with Bond going all ninja in Japan. And yeah, it's been parodied to no end, adding to the film's overall charm. Speaking of charm, it's a mixed bag. Some find it more dumb and annoying than entertaining. There are moments where it's like, is this Bond, or a travelogue sponsored by Japan's tourism board? There's a fair share of criticism about the whole making Bond Japanese sequence, which is unnecessary and unrelated to the plot. And the Spectre organization starts to feel a bit too absurd for its own good. In a nutshell, You Only Live Twice is a Bond adventure that's part spectacle, part camp. It's a divisive one, but for those who vibe with its campy action-packed nature it's a gem. If you're in it for the thrills, don't overthink it and enjoy the ride, this movie's your ticket. But if you're looking for a deeper Bond experience, you might want to give this one a miss.